Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Stories from the 78, right outside the Second City here in the Old Town neighborhood. A new comedy show opening up inside in Judy's Beat Lounge, and it's about all things romantic comedies all in one. It's called Meet Cute, and if you've seen any movie, or the holiday for that matter, there's a little explanation about it, but it's like a dating app coming to life right there in person mixed with a comedy show. So you do have a chance to get set up on a date, go there with no date, and leave with a date. And the whole thing can continue in the beautiful neighborhood that is Old Town. I'm going to talk to the creators of this and the co-hosts, Jordan and Francesca, right now for this story from the 78. So let's go inside and take a look. All right, so I'm here with Jordan and Francesca. How are you guys?
So good.
So happy to be here.
How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. And you guys co-produce and co-host this Meet Cute comedy show. Francesca, though, this was your baby, you said.
Yeah. I had this, basically I'm single and would love to have a place to meet people that are not on the apps or not at a bar or not at my job, because that never ends well.
No, don't date your coworkers. It's a bad move.
So I wanted to, and I love doing comedy and producing and performing, so I wanted to create a space where we could do that. And, you know, I've watched old dating shows, and there's something to it.
Yeah.
New reality dating shows have a little bit too much producing back to it, and so I'd love to
The reality is not really the reality anymore.
Right.
No,
Right.
It's so much manipulation in it, and people aren't just truly hanging.
Yeah.
It all feels so like forcing you in these situations. So.
And Chicago is so much more of a casual vibe itself as a city.
Yeah.
So I feel like this was the best platform to be able to host something, get it out to the people, and connect people, and maybe connect ourselves.
Yeah, I'm also single, and Francesca was like, "Hey, you're sad and single. Come join us." And it's been great. But
Yep.
yeah, who knows? It's just nice being around other single people too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that it seems that stands this apart from anything else is that the studio audience can actually be set up on a date by the end of the night, or they can be part of the show if they know about the application process ahead of time. Like, it's a legit thing, live and in person, which is very different from anything else really happening in the city.
Yeah, our the last 2 months has been filled with, we created an application. Any singles can apply to be on the show, and we've been sifting through, doing screening interviews. We're trying to cultivate a good mix of singles that are all different types of people, looking for different types of partners, looking for different types of relationships, feel love different ways, love languages vary. And then we have 6 singles that will feature on each show, 2 groups of 3. And at the end of the show, certain people from the audience will get the opportunity to shoot their shot. We'll give them a shot, and then they can shoot their shot with anyone up on stage, any of the singles.
And there's also a comedian too that we
Yes.
bring in who's also single to participate.
We'll rotate a comedian each show that'll be in between the singles who is also available.
When you say shoot the shot, meaning like shoot your best one-liner to get somebody to go on a date
One-liner,
with you, or a poem,
case
prose.
for yourself, you know, your 30-second elevator pitch for yourself. Just trying to entice a little.
Yeah. Hey, this person, I love this about you. You said this was your favorite restaurant during the show. Would you want to go there with me for dinner?
So Jordan, you're from Akron, Ohio, right?
Akron, Ohio, yes.
And Francesca, you're from the Chicago
suburbs
area.
of Chicago, yep.
All right, and how long you guys been in comedy?
For me, it's been since 2018. I started back home. What about you?
Yeah, I'm like 2016, 2017, quite a few years now.
Yeah.
Did the Second City Conservatory, done IO, all over the city. We just kind of, we're at the point now where it's like do shows where you can do them, and a lot of it is creating your own work. So
Wherever they'll take us.
yeah, and now we can take ourselves.
Yeah.
Right, and you're here in Piper's Alley, the Second City complex. And what theater are we in for folks who are looking for this?
Yeah, we're in the Judy's Beat Lounge. It's on the 2nd floor. It's in the training center area. You can enter off of 230 West North Avenue. We are also next to the Blackout Cabaret. The show is is in the Judy's Beat Lounge. It's a nice little eclectic theater, seats about 80 to 85 patrons, so we should be able to have a good amount of people in here, single and ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle.
And this is something that was your brainchild that you mentioned earlier, Francesca, that started at the end of last year, right?
Yeah,
Is that
right
just because of the holidays and you're like, well, this sucks?
Yeah, I think, a lot of my friends are getting married, and I don't want to right now, but dating is harsh.
Wait as
Dating's a little
long as you
brutal.
can.
Yeah, right. That's what everyone who's
Speaking
married.
of somebody who's been divorced. And remarried. Yeah.
Anyone who's married seems to tell me to wait to be married, but then
That's
anyone
true.
who's single wants to be married. So
It's just hard when you get into wedding season. Like I'm going to a wedding this month for my college roommate. Like in March, like during the the weekend after one of the shows, and it's just like goodness. Like where am I in my life?
yeah, and I've been on dating apps for so many years, and I was like, this is like just like a lookbook of potential people. I'm so much better in person. I'd much rather meet someone, and that's also where the title of the show came, because everyone references, what was your meet cute? Did you have a little meet cute? And when you meet on the apps, everyone wants to lie about how they met. Now you don't have to.
This is a better story, arguably. Like, we met in the Judy's Beat Lounge. It was like funny. They were shining on stage. I saw them in the audience. And I was like, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole meet cute thing was made famous by a movie, like a romantic comedy where they were talking specifically about meet cute.
It was featured in something. No, what is that movie? The Holiday.
Yeah,
with Jack Black.
Yeah, and
That's
it was
right.
the old Hollywood writer that was describing meet cute.
Yep.
And they had their own meet cute in that movie. And it's basically every rom-com has one.
So, if we're doing a show right now and you're contestants, what's your shot, Francesca? Let's hear your shot. We did not rehearse this, so
Right.
this is cold.
Well, that's great because we're improvisers.
Yeah.
Francesca Bucci, 26, Scorpio. Basically, you will never have a boring time when you're with me.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
All right, Jordan, you're up.
All right. Cue Barry White, any Barry White song.
Oh, yeah.
In the background.
Also,
Not wholesome, sexy. Barry White's sexy, anyways.
Sexy.
He's sexy. Anyways, hello, I'm Jordan. I carry a lot of body heat. I'll keep you warm at night. Also, I'm a silly Billy, so you'll have fun with me. Take a shot.
Q says big boys.
You big boys. Yeah. Listen, big boys, keep you warm in the winter. We're about to get into summer, but you gotta think ahead.
You gotta think
ahead.
ahead.
Gotta think ahead.
And winter
More
is
than
cuffing
warmer.
season.
Yeah.
Winter is cuffing. We're still in the midst of winter.
Right.
Yeah, we're on the last legs of it.
So every Thursday in March, the comedy show happens in the
In Judy's Beat Lounge, Thursdays at 7 p.m. in March. And hopefully this isn't the only time that we get to run Meet Cute. We'd love to see this become a regular running of a show throughout the city.
And how do people find out about not only getting tickets to the show, but also being part of the show in terms of being a person that has to fill out application? I imagine it's just to make sure that they're not crazy, that you're not going to set people up.
Yeah,
crazy
the
people, like
application.
no Jeffrey Dahmers out there?
No Jeffrey Dahmer, but it's also to see your personality. We want to see sort of the answer, how you answer the questions gives a lot of insight on you as a person, sort of your sense of humor, the way you see the world. It helps us be able to create a more accurate show
Correct.
to pair people who maybe have similar vibes or vibes are complementary.
Yeah. Tickets at secondcity.com. And the application can be found on the show page on secondcity.com, as well as posters around the city, postcards, and our Instagram is at MeetCuteChicago. And you can find the ticket link there, as well as the application to be on the show.
What's the weirdest question on that application?
My unusual answer that I love is asking people for their social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have just been putting their LinkedIn,
Oh.
which is awesome. Instead of putting Instagram.
That way they don't know who you're voting for in
Right.
November, huh?
Right. It's
And also
so-
just like, resume off the bat, like I do this, I've done this,
Yeah.
I've done this.
Yeah. We had someone say, I think one of our fun questions is what would your best friend say is your best quality? And there's a lot of people with quotes from their best friend, or I don't know, I just texted her and she said this.
Yeah.
And one of them said he hates me, but if it's for other people, then I'm a really great person.
He hates me.
So it's fun to see. We're trying to reach out to people right now to get testimonials for singles that are going to be on the show that they won't know about. So we'll get to play a video from their friend saying, here's why you should date my best friend.
One of my favorite prompts is what's your Spotify Wrapped? Because if they don't have Spotify, that's a red flag right there.
For Jordan.
But
Hey, that's
I
what
make
you're doing it
playlists.
for.
I want to share playlists with you.
It's like making tapes or CDs
Oh.
from back in the
Right,
day. I mean,
right.
probably predating you guys, but that was my.
I made a tape or two.
I had a few
made a
CDs.
CD.
I've got a lot of burned CDs that
Me
I
too.
burned on LimeWire.
LimeWire. I was a Napster kid.
Napster,
so,
yep.
that
Yeah,
was
Napster.
pretty- yeah.
Also, some weird answers too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
not
what's the
weird
weirdest
answers.
thing where you're like, maybe not this person?
Some folk artist.
I'm sorry. I'm skeptical about the Swifties.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
No, I back you up on that. Swifties are scary.
Yeah, well, because if you get them mad, look out.
Right.
Yeah, so if you
right.
don't wanna-
That's a side you don't want to be.
But they'll also show up and support.
Yeah.
yeah, there'll be 400 of them in a room meant for 50 because that's what Swifties do. Right?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
So a good problem to have, I guess.
Swifties, please come to the show.
Yeah, there you
go.
We'll be so chill.
This is a Swiftie
Swiftie friendly.
open.
And from my experience, a lot of Swifties are single. I'm just saying.
Well, because so is Taylor Swift.
Well, no, she's dating a football player.
Yeah,
Right?
Kelsey.
They'll break up.
Yeah.
Whoa, you heard it here.
Yep, well, there you go. No more reason why to come. The website, again, one more time, real quick. What time does the show start?
Tickets at secondcity.com. Thursdays in March. Meet Cute, a comedy dating show, 7 p.m. right after work. Great for happy hour. Post show, we'll continue this meet and greet. We will have everybody go to a local bar so we can continue the mingling with everyone here.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both very much. Congratulations on the March
you.
run. Hopefully it continues on at another time or place, but it seems like this is something that could go on in perpetuity.
That's the hope.
People have been showing up.
Yeah.
People have been responding well to the event, so I think it's gonna.
There's a lot
has
of
legs.
need for it. There's a lot of singles in
You're kidding,
Chicago.
Winter's long in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of singles sliding up on my story being like, wait, please put me on this. I want to meet someone.
Also on TikTok, they talk about third spaces. There's no like other place other than work, school, or home that you can actually meet people.
Or
too.
a bar.
Yeah.
Or a bar sometimes. Yeah.
This is way more fun. And we're way more fun.
Darn. I'd say we're a darn hoot.
You were going to say darn tootin', weren't you?
No. It's the Ohioan though. What can I say?
God.
We're not.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
Come for the wholesome, come for the edgy.
I'm edgy. We're gonna get more edgy vibes. So.
I love it. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's the latest here from Judy's Beat Lounge here in Old Town, Tom Barney, Chicago at gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78 suggestion, or head over to the website, storiesfromthe78.com. We'll see you guys later. Come out and enjoy the show.